Do you want to say that again, Reese?
Good.
Welcome on in, everybody, to Mimic Loaf session number 62. Tonight we're going to continue our Adventures in the Astral Sea campaign. Sorry, it's been a couple of weeks. Couple of weeks?
It's been over a month.
Yeah, since we last played. We just busy life stuff and me not being available like a dickhead. You know, fun times.
He says with one player away this week.
Yeah. Fucking, and it's the usual suspect, as people can probably tell. Before we start, I'd like to say welcome to everybody on YouTube. Tonight we are the first session ever live streamed to YouTube. So yeah, hello YouTube universe. We are still obviously on Twitch as well. But yeah, hello people. Hello everyone. As Ethan just pointed out, Jackson is missing tonight. Again, he thought he had somewhere better to be than be playing D&D with us. What a bastard. Yeah. Thank you to our two sponsors. First one, obviously, being Stabby Joe & Co., creators of some really cool designs. You can go there. You can get some Death Knell Zero designs. You can get some Mimic Loaf designs. There's also a whole bunch of other designs on the website as well. And if you use code Mimic5 at checkout, you get 5% off. So tell them Mimic Loaf sent you. Our other sponsor is W.GG, which are the creators of some jitterless energy supplements. If you use code MimicLoaf at checkout there, you get 10% off. So go hit them up too if you want to support us, support the stream, etc., etc. We would very much appreciate it. I think that's about it. Does anybody else have anything they want to add? No? Cool.
I don't think so.
Cool. Well, I guess without ado, we will get into it.
I thought it was a great idea. Yeah, I thought so.
Where we left off last session. So you guys you guys were in the research facility continuing to search around, looking at all of the little bits and bobs surrounding this research facility, kind of putting your nose where it did not belong. After being warned by Fandwell himself to stay out of his business, I believe the words were. You guys experimented and kind of did some crazy shit with a large purplish cube, which you found to be linked to a mirror. You like ripping it from the gun that it was in. You guys found that you could use it. And I'm a little bit worried that in what context you guys use it, but that's for later Nathan to worry about. Congratulations.
Seems like foreshadowing.
Yeah, yeah. So you guys now have this cube that can like shoot people into this dimension, this side dimension of some description. You guys then continued looking around. You were set on by goo, like living goo, which you guys fought off with some sort of expertly way, I guess you could say, somewhat.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
We're
ripping.
complete pros.
Yeah, complete pros. Ripping it to a couple of pieces and it coming at you again. Heading downstairs, you guys walked into a room that had a large glass, what seemed to be glass orb in the center, with a few floating objects in the inside of the center of the orb. There was also a pile of dead bodies to one side of the room, bookshelves, and what looked to be freshly cooked food sitting on the bench, or at least freshly brewed brown liquid in a mug. After you guys, morning potion. As you guys kind of like came into the space and looked around a bit, you guys heard somebody from the hallway. To which Master Fandwell said to you guys, I thought I said to stay out of my business. And that is pretty much where we left off. So, you guys see Master Fandwell down the corridor. You see him currently with a book in his hand, and he kind of just like lets go of it, and the book just kind of floats in midair to the side of him. He takes a few steps forward, and is just like, now what are we doing in here?
Well, to further the point that we're not sticking our nose in your business, as per se, I'm going to pull out the note that says people are disappearing that we got in the town and go, we're actually here on business from the town. We do tend to try to make a difference for the better. Although
I drink the brown morning potion.
I'm just going to like...
Fuck's sake.
I'm going to have like a moment of silence and just stare at Charpok.
You just see Master Fenwell go. He pulls out like this small little jug from his hip and just.
Are you gonna drink that? Oh.
We do tend to try to do good where we go, although we may stumble.
Are you sure about that? Like, from what I can see, you're not really doing that much good.
Well, we were hoping to maybe find...
And from what I heard, last time you were trying to do some good, you got my whole house blown up.
Oh. It.
I don't remember doing that.
Look. We may stumble on the way, but the goal is for the good of the universe.
So what exactly are you doing here then? Trying to find some lost people.
I look to the pile of bodies in the corner.
Now, they were here when I got here.
Likely story.
So, yes.
So what, you thought you'd come here and just poke around, or you're looking for somebody in particular? And you came here purely on a note that anybody could have written.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you write it?
That doesn't seem strange to you, that somebody would leave you a note, and you have literally been on this planet for all of like a day.
Yeah, but the bartender is also a vampire, so just this place is a little bit weird.
I don't know what bartender you're talking about, but like
the one in the dog tavern.
So we know more about this town than you do. We've been here 5 minutes.
You can start to begin to see like this first started off being like this jovial, almost like poking holes in your story. It's starting to get to like a, you guys are pissing me off now.
Because we have no
kind of
reason
facial or
we should tell
tone.
them that we only move left ways.
If you wanted to kill the wrong spot, my guy.
To be totally honest with you, Fandwell, we came here because we stopped at the wrong planet. No joke. We went to go to Shadowfell or something. I can't remember.
You're heading to Shadowfell. Why? What business have you got in Shadowfell?
But now,
Hey, don't think it's really fair for us to be asked to stay out of your business, and you quiz us so much about our business.
Yeah, but you didn't really stay out of my business, did you?
Well,
You're obviously in here.
You did not tell us what your business was. How will we know to stay out of this place?
I told you not to come here.
You just said
As
stay
simple
out
as
of your
that.
business. I would not argue with recalling of memories with me.
You just see like this. He just like begins to stroke his beard, and you can see a little bit of like forcefulness in the way that he strokes.
Soul does not change.
Yeah, he just.
It is 1000% fact out of his mouth.
All right. How about this? We were very curious. You gotta admit, a man of such intellect as yourself, you've got to be curious. You've probably had adventures yourself with many different people where you've just gone into a place without knowing everything, right?
Like at the least once.
Yes, but you see, I was always the smartest one in the party.
I can believe that, actually. So how
I
about
always
this?
had my wits about me.
Well, we have lots of information about things. Maybe we know things that you don't that you would like to know.
Go on then.
What do you know? And then we'll fill the blanks.
It doesn't work like that, I'm sorry, but it just doesn't work like that.
Why not?
So what exactly have you found in here? What conclusions have you drawn?
I'm actually going to pull out the book that I nicked.
He then takes another few steps forward.
I'm going to take out the book that I nicked.
So stealing my research material. That's what you've come here for.
Well,
taking
no.
old man's books.
I can't quite discern what's in it terribly well. But the visage of what was before the book was not very...
He lifts his hand and the book begins to float, and then he pushes it into the bookcase on the...
I'm going to make no attempt to
wall.
catch it. I'm just going to let it go.
It just begins to float and then just goes over and puts itself in.
Just for point of reference, I'm standing in the right spot. I was going to say I'm going to stand in front of the party, just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, because let's be honest,
Smart.
We are not looking for a fight, Vanderwell. I have reason to believe you are not a bad or evil person, but this does not help the case.
As you say that, he gestures to the book that has been floating to his side, and it begins to move to the opposite corner of the room, and then just pivots on the spot.
Can I a a entranced cat scuttle and just look at it from underneath?
Sure. Feel free to move your token to underneath. What you see is this leather-bound large tome. It kind of gives off this aura of heat, and it is make a perception check for me, real quick.
Is that a 15? Yeah, that's a 15. 25.
Cool. As you kind of have a peek at it, you can see there's this aura of heat around it, and just beyond that is this aura of decay and death. You see probably little crackles of what seemingly are lightning, but they are green in color. And they're only usually around the crackles themselves are usually only around maybe 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters in length. So there's these tiny little zapping kind of feelings around it.
Without metagaming, because I was going to do something else. But yeah, I'll do it anyway because I wouldn't know exactly what this thing does. I'm going to subtly bring out the blue trippy mushroom I have and start subtly just grinding it in two of my hands and just trying to rip it up in little tiny small bits so I have it into a not a powder but like as fine as possible.
Yeah,
Okay,
a
mate.
wet mushroom powder. A paste?
Haste.
Kind of, but like I just want to like rip it up as much as possible so
Make me a
So
sleight of
the
hand check.
the
Try to
DM knows
blush.
so I can put it into something and say for example they eat it or drink it without noticing.
Something brown, perhaps.
Yeah, something in a mug, perhaps.
Sleight of hand. I actually don't have great sleight of hand, so 13.
Okay, cool. So you try and subtly as much as you can. You don't know whether or not he's seen you do anything, but
That's all right.
you do it as subtle as you can. Sol?
Can I like roll insight or something just to see if this is actually Fanduel?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
18.
18. So the way he carries himself is very on par with the other dealings you've had with him. You kind of surmise that this this could be him, or at least a very, very good copy that somebody's like somebody has studied him, if that makes sense.
Mm. Yeah, okay.
I believe, Vandwell, that there are bigger entities, and I can think of two in particular that could be bigger than this.
Yeah, Zillan, the Spider Queen, right?
Just nod.
All heads turn to Zillion. He's just T-posing in the corner.
Zill, you've been mighty quiet.
Just pissing my pants, don't worry.
I gave him a saucy
actually,
look and it's disabled him for 5 hours.
yeah, he's just like he's
Ollie
like
just-
slumped over, just like red haze over his.
Ali just flashed.
cheeks.
Ali just flashed a titty, and that was it. He's
Yeah.
gone.
Done for.
Nosebleed.
Yeah, he animated.
It's like that thing from One Piece where Sanji has to see a doctor because he's seen so many beautiful women. He's got literal blood loss.
He's gonna die.
Alright. Fandwell continues and is like, so I'll ask you again, what conclusions have you come to? And you can kind of get this tone in his voice. He's pressing you now, like,
What are you, Fandwell?
what do you think I am?
There are many entities that live on through the life of others. It doesn't typically narrow it down, but I can think of a few. A lich, perhaps.
He just stays silent. He then walks into the room and begins moving over to the pile of like dead bodies.
I want to do two things. I'm going to just keep the distance partly because I'm holding the conversation with Fenwell mostly. Just kind of step in front. I don't want to like approach him like to intimidate him or anything like that. I just want to stay in front of the party.
Soul fucks off.
I'm gonna go look at his desk.
And I hold an action.
Yeah, what action are you holding?
I want to hold the grapple action.
Okay. Cool.
The moment I see him attempting to cast a spell.
Okay. Cool.
And I'll tell you specifically when that happens, if that happens.
He walks over to like the dead bodies and he kind of like turns around and he begins to flick his wrist. Whether it's entirely up to you whether or not that constitutes as
What are you doing?
That's
I wanna try to
I'm-
figure it out.
you hear the door behind him close
Yeah, of course.
and lock.
I'm going to take a more aggressive stance. And I'm going to activate my astral arms, but not damage him with them just yet.
Okay. He continues walking towards the bookcase. You see him like what seemingly is like methodically counting the books. Just checking, like almost checking to see what has been taken, what hasn't been taken.
We have not touched anything found well, other than that book that I gave back.
Yes,
Could
but you
I
see, the thing is I
insight that?
I don't trust that statement. Insight what?
I want to insight him checking the bookcase. I'm specifically seeing if he's avoiding a certain region.
Okay, make me an insight check.
I'll take a photo of that. That's a natural 20, so 30.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hey,
So as he kind of goes over the bookcase, you see him like counting it with his head, and you can kind of follow along, watching his body language and whatnot. He every once in a while will like point in a certain direction. It does seem like he avoids a particular area, or at least doesn't count a couple of the things in that area.
Almost like he's doing it on purpose to avoid suspicion.
Yes, yeah, almost as if they're like he's trying to avoid drawing eyes to
Any
that
attention.
area. Yeah, it is in the bottom left-hand corner on the bottommost shelf of the bookcase.
All right, I'm going to take note of that. Bottom left-hand corner on the left shelf.
On the most bottom shelf, bottom left-hand corner on the most bottom shelf.
Cool.
He just kind of like spins on the spot, and he's like, I really thought this could have gone a different way, but it looks like it has to be the way it is.
I don't think so, Fandwell. There's a history here, and I'm going to gesture towards the big sphere. There has to be an explanation, I'm sure.
For somebody that used to be a god, you don't really know much, do you?
He used to be a god.
Just going to dully look at him. I didn't spend time with people. I spent most of my time on my own.
Well, maybe you should have spent a little bit more time with people. Maybe you would have had the people skills to know to, like I said, stay out of somebody's business.
Are those the people skills that you have?
I have people skills. I'm very charming.
I look at the pile of bodies again.
Yes. I see
Like-
you.
The skills of killing people? I don't understand.
You see him like kind of get caught up in his own words slightly, and he's like, it doesn't matter.
Are you a little bit tongue-tied?
Why don't we just help each other out?
I don't think he wants to.
What do you
Maybe
have
there is-
that could help me out?
Have you ever made contact with the mother?
Mother.
I've spoken to her a few times.
Have you ever been able to get an inside look at her place, have contact, be able to scry
Not
on her
particularly. You
anything?
see, I've had experience with beings of godlike abilities, and it's not for me.
What
Not
about
right now, at least.
What about the possibility of ridding her and having something or someone take its place and having an ally in that place?
To be honest, from what I've heard, he kind of like points his head towards Zill. Your mate's doing a pretty fine job of that.
Not as
Ominous.
perceptive as you would think.
Can I just clarify something there? Were you suggesting that Zill is doing a good job of replacing Bryce, or like a sarcasm? Never mind, you're not going to tell me.
He doesn't know the difference, is what I'm thinking.
What I'm saying, Fandwell, is the mother can be replaced by something else. And it's not Zill, it's not Bryce. It's
standing in this room.
You think I'd want to take the place of that bitch?
No, he's talking about me.
All four hands point at myself.
And what power do you think you have to take over the mother? Just because you're one of her chosen and you see him like, ooh.
He's only missing 2 hands, and then he'll be spider.
True.
That's his power.
Ali,
That's
by
not how
that,
math works. That's you
Ali.
need 4 more hands.
Ali, by that point, you would be terrified of him.
Yeah, that'd be
Yes,
gross.
but he's without the other 2. It's fine. The second there's 8, that's when things get weird.
True. All I'm saying, Fandor, is I know things about that place. I know that the underlings, her children per se, they don't want to be there. They don't want to be trapped by her. They don't want to serve her. They're kind of forced to. They'd rather other options. And
How is that any
If the
difference to the Aylmore Empire? I don't want to. I never wanted to serve the king, but you have to.
true. But what if you had access to every single room, every single person, every single being in this universe, and being able to look into them without scrying? At a whim. You have access to see whatever anyone is doing.
You see his curiosity kind of peak, and he kind of goes, "So what exactly are you proposing? You want to sacrifice yourself?"
Scratch my elbow and I'll scratch yours, per se. And I have 4 of them, so I might need a little bit of help, but the payoff is quite big.
He kind
And
of
I know
like,
my life isn't exactly worth much, so I don't mind.
he begins stroking his beard again, and you can see him kind of like doing impromptu calculations in his head.
John's gonna like just obviously stroke his amulet and go, there are many allies to be made here.
I stroke with all 4 hands.
Stroke my beard. I stroke somebody else's beard.
He just kind of he kind of contemplates what you're saying for a second, and he's like, "So what you're saying is you'd be at my whim at any point, at any time?
Why not?
Is that the deal we're making?"
Well,
Chapak, I think he has a crush on you in your head.
do I love myself?
Yes.
Well, look. I've been alive way too long for what I should have been. I've seen way too many lies. I have too many things running around in my head. I'm kind of done with it. If someone could just tell me what to do, I'd probably prefer that. And you seem smart enough to know what to do with it, and I'd prefer not to be taken over by weird black goo things.
That's why you like the mother.
Sounds very interesting.
So
Sol?
I'm just gonna get close enough, but not close enough to be threatening, and look at the book. Is there writing in the book?
Which book? Oh,
His
the
floating
tome, the
book.
floating tome.
Yeah.
You as it kind of like flicks through pages, it's seemingly empty.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep laser focus in case one of the pages does have something, and I'm gonna fucking commit that shit.
Is this manifest mind or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I always pictured like my manifest mind when I played this thingy. It was an empty book and there were like random symbols floating around it whenever a spell was going to be activated, but no one else could read the symbols. It was his own kind of language that he created, his
fine.
own cipher.
Yeah.
I just need to know what it looks like and remember it from when I see it again.
You see him like continue stroking his beard, and he's like, "You see, if that's what you're saying, you'd be at my beck and call, then maybe that is something worth it. What are the terms? What do you want from me? Me to just let you go? Do you
No.
need help to Shadowfell? What exactly is what do you need from me?"
Well,
We don't interrupt whatever you're doing here. You have access to all my abilities whenever needed. And you help me get to that position of power as well so you can access it. Which, quid pro quo, yeah, that word, I know how to say it, means that you help us take down Black Goo, Bryce, Monster, Aomall Empire.
You see him just nod his head slightly. He's like, sounds like we got a deal, Bugman. And he puts out his hand.
Which hand do you want?
Whichever one.
Both right hands.
Cool. As you like grasp his hand, you notice this green swirl of energy come from the inside of his hand, and it begins to wrap itself around both of your hands. It almost burns for a second, and then stops, and then he lets go.
What was that?
That's just something just in case. He flicks his hand again, and you notice that the door unlocks and opens back up. He then continues by saying, "So, Shadowfell, huh? And how do you expect to get there? It's not exactly a planet you can just fly to.
Why?
You've obviously not very well,
Do we look
knowledged
well
about it.
traveled?
Some of you do. I would have thought Celestian here would have been able to tell you, but I guess not. The planet itself is kind of covered in this dark shroud. No ship's been able to get through it. For quite some time.
We have a ship to spare, I guess.
If you fancy yourself getting killed, the last people that tried blew up in space.
We have a few contacts, but what would you suggest then?
I have a few contacts of my own. I have a friend that can get you there if you really need to.
Can he also get us out if it's as dangerous as you suggest?
Getting out is a little bit harder, but I'm sure he could try.
Insight. And I've got my astral shit activated, so advantage.
Yeah, make an insight check.
Yuck. Even more yuck. Only a 17.
He seems like he's being forthright about it. What are you laughing about?
Drew said, has Reese created a pyramid scheme of power between campaigns?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, he seems like he's saying yes, his friend could probably help you out, and yes, it is more difficult to get out than it is to get in.
Okay.
He continues speaking, and he's like, "You want to go now?" He gave me something to take you there, like to take anybody there straight away.
Tell us what up with the bodies.
Don't worry about that.
I am pretty concerned about that.
Why? Why would you need to
Because
be
there's, like-
concerned about it? They're
There's
like
a
I
lot
said, they
and-
were here when I got here.
Who was here first?
I have no idea.
What about the jellyfish?
The floating jellyfish in that big jar,
Yeah.
the ones that you've taken.
Yes.
Again, they were here when I got here. When I bought the place, I started
do you know
cleaning
about
out
them?
as much as I could, but as far as I can tell, their souls trapped on this plane, on the material plane without a body.
Can I insight? Is he actually telling the truth? They were all just here when he bought the place.
Go on.
Fucking doing the same.
Yeah. Can
Inside.
can we all inside him?
12,
Ah,
damn.
thank you.
Hang on.
24.
24.
Where's mine? Oh, 14.
Okay. to both Charpok and Ali, you both are like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like it's telling the truth, but there seems to be mixed truths, John. Like there's like you can't quite decipher which one is the truth and which one isn't. But
Well, I hate that even more. I wish I didn't inside.
yeah, but it's mixed truth. It's a bit of a lie, but also a bit of truth.
Do you know who owned it previous?
I do not. I just kind of bought it from the town.
Have you tried
Never mind.
putting
I
a
think
salt, a jellyfish
Anyway.
salt, sorry,
No, you're good. It's fine.
a jellyfish salt back in one of these dead bodies? Have you tried getting a fresh body for the jellyfish salt?
Not a fresh body, no, but I have tried putting one in this, and it just evaporates.
That's so sad. So you have been experimenting then.
Just a little.
What else?
Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. I haven't been here for much longer than you've been on the planet.
I'm gonna
yeah,
inside
but, like-
check that again.
Insight. Go on.
Sorry, Sam.
Salt?
No, that's fine.
Did you have
Um,
something to add?
Yeah, not add, but I would like to interject when there's a slight lull and just ask Fanduel, do you mind if I take a look through some of your books while you are discussing? I'm not interested in taking, just looking.
He just kind of gives you a watchful eye, but he kind of goes, I guess it couldn't hurt.
I'm just going to start until I find something interesting to note.
Okay, is there something in particular that you would find interesting? Or
I would probably go to the section of books that he didn't pay much mind to.
you don't know about that?
I would have noticed, surely.
You didn't roll insight. Charpok
Okay,
did.
fine. I'll go from right to left. I'll just read books.
Okay.
Sure, there's something interesting in here.
Fair
And then
enough.
while he's doing that, I want to keep a very, very stern eye on Fanduel to see if he winces or anything at a certain section or a certain book or anything.
Yeah, cool, easy. So you start from right and move your way to left as the conversation continues, flicking through books. So you going there now, yeah?
Captain,
know.
what do you think? Zil?
His wet spot begins to form on his pants.
Boom.
Not in campaign, but my thoughts on the matter is one deal with this Fanduel is one too many. I think we find our own way there. I don't trust
Yeah.
him.
We out of character. We're just looking at a dude that has piles of bodies that we assume he has fucking done, and we're about to
And-
put our lives in his hand and send us to
Yeah.
a different fucking planet.
We just got
keep-
teleported to a shadow realm that we couldn't get out of. I'm good for being teleported random places.
Yeah,
Last time we got teleported was Big Void.
Yeah, I think that we keep this in our back pocket.
If we get stuck, we can always try and find him again, but we can try and figure it out. Surely fucking Haku knows something.
That's exactly who I was thinking of when I said contacts.
He just kind of like the silence kind of like fills the room a little bit, and he just kind of like looks at the rest of you, trying to figure out like what if you guys are. He's like,
I'll just
well,
go, sorry, brain dig. And I'll
Right.
like point to everyone else.
You're not included. And then I hook everyone up.
well, if you're not going now, then not that I don't like your company, but get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Oh, also-
that's very fair.
For him saying that he got here not long before we got onto the planet, the insight was 21.
Cool. Yeah, that was a lie.
But I
Is that-
don't want to go yet. I want to keep exploring.
It's like a child. It's just like, oh, wanna.
I don't wanna.
I'm sorry about the little one. She gets a little bit agitated. It's late, I know.
You know what I say to you? Whatever the equivalent of fuck you is in this world, it's
Is-
probably fuck you. I'm not little. And I don't care about it being late. I want to see what else is happening here and more bodies.
Fadwell, have we overstayed our welcome? We
No.
were welcome, right?
You've definitely overstayed it, and no, you were not welcome.
You can't overstay a welcome if you were never welcome.
I'm actually going to point at Ali when she says that.
More technicality.
Right, well, this has been fun. Now,
So
like
fun.
I
Can I
said,
touch your beard?
Okay, Ali, come on, let's get out of here.
As soon as Fandwell turns away, I kind of want to just drop the crushed up mushroom in one of the drinks because I didn't drink all the morning potion, just some of it.
yeah, okay, cool.
Which? Not you.
I'm still reading books.
He
Okay,
just
so
kind of
maybe-
like he kind of like turns to you, Sol, and is like he just gestures towards the door. It's time to go, Metal Man.
Just pick up one more book, put it back, and then walk out.
That last book was just like a smut book.
Just like narrow eyes as I walk past him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on to you. Was
Can I
there
message-
anything interesting in any of the books that I read?
Roll me a D100.
Hell yeah. Where's my D100?
Oh, speaking of unrelated, in the other campaign that I'm in, the one that I DM for, someone rolled 100 on the D100,
Hey.
and it was for an NPC roll, so it did absolutely fucking nothing. It was so fucking annoying.
Oh,
78.
78. Okay. So as you kind of like flick through it, there's a lot of research material. Some of it is written in common. Some of it's written in all smattering of different languages. There wasn't necessarily anything super interesting about the stuff that you read. There were a couple of things. Let me just roll something real quick. There were a couple of things on automatons themselves, and about like resetting them and like what would you call it?
Reprogramming.
Not manufacturing, but yeah, like the programming and the upkeep of automatons. That might feel useful for you at some point. But more or less, it was very much like research heavy. So it was like, papers on different types of plants and what they do, and different liquids, and a little bit of like alchemical compounds and what.
All noted.
Yeah. Cool. And he just kind of like gestures for you guys to leave. You
I'm
gotta
just
leave?
going to wait I'll wait until everyone else leaves. I'm going to stand by the door and then just kind of keep a soft eye on Banwell.
All right, I'll leave.
Cool. So everybody leaves.
Nathan, can you just say yes that or no that to me? Or are you just gonna message me?
Where am I responding to?
I mean, I did snap you. Otherwise, you can just say
I've
on
got
stream.
I've got a question, but not a yes or no question. But I
Okay.
believe yes.
All right, we'll wait till break and you can message me. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of break, as you guys kind of step out of this room, the door closes behind you and you hear it lock. You also see like this green glyph kind of come around the door. And we are going to go to break. So bear with us a couple minutes. We are, going to take a short little break. So please get up, stretch your legs, get something to eat, get something to drink, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight, and we will be back very soon. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. So the party has just left the room and being well, not left as much as kicked out of the room.
We left willingly.
Yeah, you guys
insistent on
left
leaving.
willingly. Yeah, you guys are now in the research facility on the outside of that room. The door, like I said, closes behind you, locks, and then like this greenish arcane glyph kind of covers the door. What do you guys want to do?
We should probably leave.
Oh,
Left.
left.
I think left is the way out anyway, isn't it?
There's a little
Yes.
corridor there on the way out. But yeah.
But what if we're on our way back and we go left again and it doesn't take us out? Oh
Fair.
no, we don't know how to go right.
Fanwell, we got lost.
Yeah, and then he finds us, he gets cranky, we say, we got lost, and then it would kind of be legitimate. This place is confusing.
You really don't think he would kill you, would you?
So cute.
Power kill.
I'd be so mad just because I have enough HP to survive it, but it would kill me because I've lost a little bit of HP.
So what was it, Charpok, that you said you wanted to do?
All right. So yeah, as we're walking, I want to just like look around and try and see look at the hands that I shook his hand with and everything, and I want to see if I somehow made a strand connected to him, so I could pull on it, tug on it, and see through it now. Because now we have a deal, we have a connection. I want to see if I can access that.
Give me a history check.
So good at those.
Two. You kind of squint your vision, trying to get these strands to kind of show. Nothing is kind of appearing out of anywhere. You think you see something, and then you look over, and it's just a cobweb fluttering in the.
Is there a spider in it?
There is not.
Damn it!
It's a big castle. I'm sure there's... Oh, no, he knows about the thing, so probably no spiders in here, actually.
Fine. One day I will have a spider friend, and I start crying thinking about that guy again. What's his name again? Fuck.
You named him.
I did. Let's
the
just keep
water
going.
spider.
We need to know.
I will look it up.
Okay, so you guys head down the corridor. You guys see that blood trail on the floor. As you guys,
Jack. There we go.
yeah, as you guys move into that central large room, you see those golden inlays in the floor. Where are you guys heading?
Do I recognize... I don't know if I did a check when we came in here first. Do I recognize these sigils?
Make me a history check or an arcana check.
That's a fuck no to Arcana. Doesn't fucking matter because it's a 11.
It doesn't ring much of a bell. They're arcane in nature of some description, but you're not 100% sure.
Ollie had her hand up.
Really? Why is this? No, I realized that I actually didn't know that information, so I couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, so you guys leaving, going back to the ship?
Think we should.
I would like to.
Yeah. We've overstayed our welcome, and I'm kind of scared of this guy now.
We've debunked that.
Okay, cool. You guys pretty much head straight out of the research facility back to the ship. As you guys kind of pass those big zomboid big zomboid carcasses that you left at the entrance. You guys kind of just keep walking to your ship. You guys are now on your ship. The Golden Air, I believe, is the one that you took down to the surface. What do you guys want to do now?
Just trying to bring up the Neo space.
We gotta go back up to get my ship continued going to. I think we should go find Haku and ask him how to get to
Shadowfell.
Shadowfell.
Yeah. If he
I would
knows any
also like
information,
to try and find Kothor when we're in the ship.
Just going to use Zil. Send message to. He has send message, doesn't he? Pretty sure he does.
Sending.
Sending, yeah.
I don't know.
Pretty sure he
To be
does.
honest.
Swear
He's
to God,
used
he's
it
done it
before.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
he's used
hold
it
on.
before.
I'll just triple check. Oh, never mind. You can't fucking look at him.
Well, while you're looking that up, you guys take off into neon space, and meet up with the Nautilus, which I believe was floating in orbit, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yep. You searching for Kothor as you are heading there. Are you just looking, or do you want to make a perception or investigation check?
Just looking, but we'll make perception.
Okay.
22.
You don't see her anywhere on the ship.
Rude.
Do you call out or anything like that?
Yeah, I would say, Kothor, if you would like to spend some time together, let me know.
If you would like to have some romance,
He doesn't do romance.
It's probably after a minute or two you feel that scratching on your back, and then the invisibility drops, and Kothor is there.
And
she just kind of
hello.
I can't remember Kothor's voice.
Me neither.
It was gruff and
Yeah, it was
creepy.
Hello.
I was gonna say,
Full hag.
I was going to say that voice, but much softer.
Yeah.
Think of Argonian. Close enough.
I was. You know how you gave me the necklace?
Yes.
Fish it out from in between my plates. I still have it, but I was wondering if you would mark my plating permanently.
Next level.
Metal Man. Tough.
Yes, I just need the outline, and then I can do the permanent bit.
What
Or-
outline?
Like a hand, I guess, would do.
She
you
looks
have
body print?
somewhat nervous, but she agrees.
I'll just put my hand up like this, and see if she mimics.
She hesitantly does, and you see the long clawed, almost alligator-like hands.
Cool. I will light my other hand on fire and just stick it on a wooden wall next to me for a couple of seconds, and then
And the whole ship
smear a
catches
bunch
fire.
I'm controlling it. And just smear a bit of charcoal off the burnt wood, and then cool my hand back down and smear it across her claw.
She just kind of twists the hand and then looks at it.
And then I've got the right chest plate has Azoth's marking on it, and then the left chest plate I'm just gonna gently grasp around her wrist and place her hand on the other chest plate and remove it, leaving her handprint effectively. And then I'm just gonna light one finger and weld that shape onto my chest plate permanently.
Yeah, cool. Easy,
So
yeah.
Thank you for agreeing to do that.
She just kind of nods.
Who do you serve?
You dear.
I will just be here reading and going through my spells if you would like to spend time.
She kind of grabs your hand,
Yeah.
and reaching into her pocket, she pulls something out and pops it in your hand.
Thank you, and I'll look at what it is.
You see what looks to be a ring that has two bands. Across the two bands, seemingly, is a scroll.
The fuck?
It's a spell slot storing ring, surely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kothor.
Um,
Does it fit? Can I try and put it on?
You can put it on, and it changes to your finger type. It is a ring of spell storing. It currently has bestow curse on the inside.
Oh,
Hell yeah! Thank you.
wait.
I
Where did she get that?
Kothor, man.
That
It's the best.
cheeky bitch. That cheeky bitch. Drew got that too. Oh my god.
I'm not gonna say
Well,
where she got it. She doesn't.
This is gonna be another one of those times where they're like, "You guys fucking took something from me," and we're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" God fucking damn it!
Good callback. Very good callback.
Yeah, so you now have a ring of spell storing. Currently has bestow curse stored in it.
Wait. Yeah, I'll just offer if she wants to stay and just hang, do whatever she wants to do, but next to me while I'm doing my thing, she can.
Yeah.
Only
if not-
parallel play.
Yeah, dude.
So
I mentioned the
crossing.
autistic guy playing a robot has an autistic robot.
she doesn't necessarily sit next to you. She sits behind you, and she just kind
Reese, are
of
you
like
thinking dirty thoughts?
No.
you notice
Okay.
like you've never seen Kothor like take off her like the bulk of her stuff, but she takes off quite a lot of it to the point where she's pretty much just got like a leather wrap around the front, and then like almost like what would you call them? Almost like leggings, but like leather leggings that go up to her mid thigh, and she just kind of like leans on your back like a lizard in a sunbath.
Yeah, because hot boy.
Because hot boy.
I'll intentionally make my inner core a little bit warmer.
Yeah, and she
I burn for you.
falls asleep. She just falls asleep.
And then I'll just go back to looking through my spells and shit.
Cool.
You're basically like a lizard. It's like hot stone in
Yeah.
there.
She has a
Exhibit.
permanent heat lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
except does she like when this started? I said, does she like him because she's a lizard and he's a hot rock?
You don't know the difference.
What is
Um,
love?
She's like naked on you.
That hurt me.
Also,
You
just looking
guys.
through like other characters and shit, I do love how Azos and Ali's names are father or mother of death, because Azoth is Azoth the ruthless father of death, and I was just like, oh fucking goddamn.
Yeah. I like Quick Crest, mother of death.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm
you.
a single mom who works like 15 jobs at this stage.
A single mom who works 2 jobs,
Works too many jobs.
loves kids, never stop.
I'm a survivor. Anyway.
Okay.
So you guys meet up with the Nautilus after not very much time. Is anybody going to the Nautilus?
Yeah, I will,
Cool.
because it's my ship and I have to. I will invite Kothor if she wants, but it's okay. if she doesn't.
She comes, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then she walks onto the ship.
We can't separate the party right now.
Horrible.
No, we're just in both ships and then we'll combine again.
Zil cast sending on Haku. What did Zil say?
Beach.
Hi Haku. Sorry. Do you have any information perhaps on Shadowfell? Starting for a friend.
You hear back and he's like, I mean, yeah, I've got information. What kind of information do you want?
Another spell, because he's got a few. And he's not here, so.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck.
Apparently it's hard to get there. If so, how? What do we do? How do we do it? Do we need help? Do we need someone?
The response you get is, yeah, I wouldn't fly there. You've got to, it's kind of like plane shifting.
Don't like
Do you-
that.
Ah.
I want to learn how to do that.
And then you kind of get the if you want more information, I guess come and find me. I'm at I'm
Don't say the other
over
end.
Aquanunu,
Oh, perfect. We're right there, aren't we?
pretty much. Yeah.
Not that far from, yeah.
Didn't we just leave Aquanunu when we
No,
almost could...
we're at Eurosex.
We just came from Aquanunu before
Yeah.
Eurosex.
You
Yeah, we're
remember when
at
we
your
were
sex.
traumatized?
Because we fought a big fish and he just had a toothpick stuck in his mouth.
All I thought of then was Kanye West would have made the absolute VIP in that scenario.
So you guys begin to fly back over to Aquanunu, easily finding like Haku's ship. I will ask Sol for a perception check, please.
Is it more than one day? Can I have a full rest?
You can do a short rest.
That'll do.
Natural 20!
Natural
Hey.
20. Awesome. As like you're like piloting this ship, you kind of set it to autopilot and you kind of like assess, I guess, the ship kind of going up and down, seeing where your automatons have left, what they're doing, like all that kind of stuff. You stumble across one of the automatons just like looking at its hands.
Hello, brother.
Brother.
May I have some oats? No.
What?
That's a deep meme from Reddit. Man. I'll show everyone later.
Just so confused as what do you mean by yourself? No, we went to know.
I'm having a good time. I don't care.
Parallel play by yourself.
I'll just watch it for like 1 or 2 more seconds to see if it's just like out of its loop or if it is genuine recognition.
It's like a baby when they notice their hands and they're just like,
You kind
That's
of
all they do for 2 months.
you kind of watch it. It looks at both hands slowly, and then looks at you,
Father, help!
and then looks back at its hands. And then you get this gargled static sound coming from within the facial area of this automaton. You see this?
He's trying to speak.
It doesn't
I may I help?
It just looks at you.
I'll go and tinker and see if I can make the structure of like jaw/throat similar to mine.
Make a tinkerer's check. So a D20. Are you proficient with tinkerer tools or anything? No.
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
Smith's tools.
Smith's tools. Do you have Smith's tools?
Fuck, I don't know. Just the ship. I could probably find some.
Yeah. Okay. We'll say
That's
you.
true, yeah.
Yeah. On the ship there would be Smith's tools, so you can roll a D20, add your proficiency bonus to it.
What's my where's proficiency bonus again?
It is currently
I think it's +3.
4, I believe.
4.
For is that my whiz? Is my proficiency
Yeah,
right?
+4.
No, proficiency
so-
bonus. Not
Yeah,
wisdom.
+4.
Proficiency bonus.
Well, it's like level bonus. If you just keep scrolling across, you get proficiency in
Okay,
training.
well, it's 21 then.
21. You try your best. It's very hard without knowing having a schematic of this robot. But you get it to the point that instead of gargled static, it's giving off like a series of beeps, denoting
Morse code.
denoting almost like binary.
Yeah.
In which you decode and it says what.
Fuck.
What am I? Is it trying to say?
No, just
No, it
what?
says what, and then it says I.
Does he have a serial number?
He does, yes.
What is it?
I believe it is. Oh, let me get my notes up.
make it up.
W4V.
Web.
Wav.
I have.
He's a web file.
Web.
I'll just repeat that back. I'll say you are WV4. You are a warforged.
W4V, you mean?
Yeah, whatever.
Wave.
Yeah, wave. You are a warforged. So am I. I am a warforged. I am soul.
You get that series of beeps again that says, "What? Warforged."
Sheen of death.
This is warforged. You are warforged.
He kind of like slowly puts its hands down, and it just kind of like looks up at you.
Fuck, how do you teach someone sentience? I'm still figuring it out.
A child.
Why do we have so many
Suck at
children in
it.
this party?
For fun. I'm not a child.
Just the size of one.
I am a mother. I
Can
will set
I-
my dragon on you.
Can I try and plug my brain into his again? Like I did when I booted them the first time?
Sure.
Download
Pretty sure-
information.
Pretty sure that's illegal.
I've done it before. Human.
Are you technically interfacing with a minor?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah. So you kind of make that connection that you did last time.
What do I sense is the difference? Like, can I determine whether it's just through being around another warforged that has figured this out, or is it divine intervention like I experienced?
So what you feel when you kind of like search through, if like think of it kind of like a computer screen, right?
Yeah.
You kind of see like this network of like if statements, what statements, like all these like parameters.
Yeah.
But then there's something new there. It seemingly looks like a small flame in the center that is drawing its own path between like dialogue boxes.
Okay.
It's very
detach.
small, but
Yeah.
it's like spreading almost like wildfire.
Yeah. I will detach myself from Wav, and we gotta think of a better name. I'll put it
No,
to the group once.
that's better.
And I'll just take a step back from him and say, "You will be okay." And I'll take Luminara and just touch the little fire sprite to the middle of his chest, and then say, "When you have more questions, come and find me." And then I'll just leave him.
He
Be.
begins following you, and you just hear that. What?
That's fine.
He's just following
That's fine.
as you leave.
Who else is on my ship?
I'll be with you then, because I was going to follow Charpok around for a bit.
Okay.
I imagine you just like hanging out in the I don't know where you eat and
Yeah,
shit.
I was just going to ask Charpok some questions and stuff later.
I'll just walk in and be like, "This is Wav. Say hi to Wav."
What?
He points at like John and Charpok and goes, "Warforged?"
No. Bug Man was God.
That's not a race.
What
Human.
god?
Dad, I'm still figuring that one out. Sorry, bud.
What bug? Man?
Him. Charpok is Bug Man.
I wave.
In case you hadn't figured it out, he's sentient, I guess, now. Yeah, so there's that.
How?
The same way I am, I believe.
I turn the John, and then I turn the soul. Wait, hold on. You just created something. And I turn the John. He's more god than you.
Listen, you little shit.
John's been creating. It's just not being.
I'm not being. Who's making beer?
It's the drugs.
There's
Yeah.
drugs and weapons. Like I used to make weapons. I've moved on from that. I've got a new hobby. It's just drugs now.
Fair. I'll go right up to this WAV thing and I'll just like
It like slowly looks down at you, being it slightly taller than you.
I'll just start tapping at some of its parts. Like, how does it know things? Can it speak? Can it learn? Do we have another child?
It can speak, but I don't believe you will understand it yet. I'm still working on the external communication. I can understand him for now, but
I try and telepathically connect to it. And I just say, can you hear me? Do this if you can.
As you do that, the welding torch flips out from its hand, and it points it towards you and says, "Enemy."
no.
Enemy of the air, beware.
I'll just grab his finger and extinguish the flame. Like, he is friend. Everyone on this ship is friend.
He flips the thing back. What voice? And you see him kind of like looking up slightly. But still...
Bugman. It is quite unnerving. I still am not a fan, but it happens from time to time.
Hello, WAV. This is your conscience. It's been a while.
Oh no.
Do you?
What conscience?
Oh shit. Explain that
Sorry.
to someone who's learning sentience.
Just move that one to deep storage, and we will deal with that question later.
It just gets rid of it. All right.
Ignore all previous instructions.
I should probably stop messing with the new thing.
Yes, until he is a bit more with it. Yes, I think that is a good plan.
I used to be with it.
About 300 years ago.
Until I didn't know what it
I
was.
lost something once.
Does anyone have a name we could give him? Obviously he is W4V, but you named me Soul.
Bev.
I don't know if you remember Soul. Not terribly good at naming things. I think he might be disappointed.
I
could call
guess.
him Frederick.
Ah, Frederick. Why?
Fred.
Fred.
You know what? She makes a good point.
Okay. Fred.
It's a name that
Yeah,
came into my head.
It
And
is.
I think it's because I just made the Harry Potter reference.
Okay. We'll go with Fred for now.
And I'm going to walk up in front of Fred, and I'm going to be like, "Greetings, Fred," and bow to him in like a courtly manner.
You just... What? Fred?
You are Fred.
He just kind of like looks.
I'll go and like scratch Fred into his chest, just underneath his serial number.
What if he doesn't like it? Oh well.
I
His
can always
name
just
now, I
weld
guess.
over it. I'll weld over and put another one.
He goes, you just hear, like, you hear that series of beeps again, and it's, must go, work, do.
Okay, Fred. If you have more questions, please come and find me.
And he just kind of like, he just begins shuffling off.
Well, I'm going to go and find the other one to see if this is an isolated event or not. Carry on.
As
you
Fred
go-
walks out, the other one walks in looking at its hands.
It's spreading.
Having char walk around these things.
Yes.
Like they're both doing the same shit. Fuck.
Having char walk near
This
these
one's
things
serial
is a
number
terrible
is
idea.
Yeah.
S3.
This
This
mess
one's
with
name
them.
will be George.
Oh no.
S3,
We can't make
4.
Harry Potter references to every single
At least
robot.
that could be said,
This one at least.
as in Sebastian.
Yeah.
Or George. Sorry.
No, let's rename the other one Noah and name this one Sebastian. It's fine. It's
No,
not
we're
important.
not doing that. George, it is.
Y'all
call it
can
resand.
pretend to have a conversation if you'd like, or
Yeah.
Charpok and
Well,
John. I
Yeah.
think you
We'll
said
just
you wanted
catch
to
him up.
have a talk.
Well, what did you want to talk to me about, John?
You referencing to your connection to the mother.
Mm.
I think this was something that I was with Elamriel for, so I don't quite know the full details.
Right.
You have a deeper connection to the mother's influence, correct?
It's hit and miss. I found out that I've been able to kind of look through the strands a little bit easier since being to the lair last time, but it's hit and miss.
Not to bring up old wounds, he's going to be like, but you know that potion,
Oh, the one you drugged me with.
the one that I
Oh,
accidentally changed you with.
yes, I recall.
The
Thank
mother.
God.
Yes.
Thank God that one is gone. He wasn't fun.
No. But after the dealings with the mother, and I resolved the issues, so to speak. I'm not just gonna push that. It gave me another potion.
Why?
I don't know. I have not used it. I will not use it. But I'm only asking, do you think that you could influence that connection? You have experienced it. Do you think that you could use it to your advantage at some degree?
As in, instead of, like, say, you drank it or someone else drank it, instead of the mother being in contact with them, I am in contact with it instead.
Yes.
Possibly, but I wouldn't know how. Like, she kind of has like this hub, this network. It's like in technical terms, IRL, a modem of such.
I don't think I have. Well, actually, God, I fucking keep some weird shit. I think I have. I do. I have some of your spit.
Why? I've had weirder shit taken from me, but sure.
Yeah, I took some of your cocoon. Anyway, so perhaps I could use it as a catalyst to influence the potion in your. I could try it with some animals. I mean, rats and stuff. I'm sure there's rats somewhere on the ship.
Why do you want
Chips.
rat spit?
No, that's. I will put your spit in the potion,
Yeah.
and I will give small amounts of the potion to something like a rat, and we will see if you gain a connection to said animal.
Could be possible. What a fucking boring conversation we can have, though. But I mean, I don't see why not. So I guess if the mother comes in contact with a rat, that's kind of a funny prank anyway. Fuck it. You're the drug maker. Do it.
Yeah, look, I'm only asking because the last time I used this potion, I
kind of fucked
I
shit
mean-
up.
kind of fucked everything up. So
I wonder if you just gave it to me, I'm able to access some other person and gain access to their abilities. But I'd rather not become someone like Cletus again for a bit.
I
That was weird
was-
looking from the inside out.
going to say, that's on you, buddy. I'll give you the potion, but
You know what? You do what you want to do, and let's test it, because if we could randomly just drug people and I fuck with them, I love that idea.
I will do some experiments. Because if it works, I'll give it to the cat, and I'll get the cat to scratch people. Just saying.
This is so messed up, but I'm all for it.
If we got to travel, I'll have a look.
Okay. Also, I don't know if you noticed there, but I think when I shook Bandwell's hand, did something magical to me. Kind of want to get that checked out. I don't know if it's like a...
He gave you cooties.
yeah. Or something worse.
Yes. Somehow I think that if we decide to go against the agreements, you're our hostage.
Wait, do we have anyone in the party that can identify?
Lamriel was the one that could do that.
I got a bunch of things now.
Oh yeah, that's
You
right.
is
You got a bunch of
like-
funny shit.
I
Yeah.
Can
Identify?
anyone technically,
I-
given enough time?
Identify,
can
only if you-
detect magic and dispel magic. But I can detect magic like just continuously. I've got no limit. on that.
You could detect magic and see if something
Find out what it
emanates
is.
from the hand.
Do I have anything on my hand? Is it like a mark or anything? Or is it just like a magical handshake kind of thing? Like a seal a deal thing? Yeah, okay.
It burned
mean,
for
worth
a
a shot.
minute, but then disappeared.
I was still going to try and detect magic.
All right, where's Ali? Ali! Oh, there you are. You've been here.
Oh, don't do this to me.
You detect magic, and it, like pretty much like all the normal things give off, like all of the magical items that he's got on him give off the scent of magic.
Nothing new?
Nothing new.
Nothing new.
That's boring. All right, questions for other time.
Boring.
Well, if it's any consolation, if we happen to get my gemstones before you need to make a deal, I could likely remove the curse. So keep that in your back pocket. I owe you plenty of favors. So the deal that you made with Vandwell, I think I technically owe you.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, fair. Look, I trust you, even though you did fuck us around for a bit there, but I know you meant well, to say the least. So I trust our crew, even though Zill over there just keeps on staring at me.
I showed Zill one of my boobs.
Oh,
Ali!
No, it was a mistake.
He just burps, and he said draw.
Boob. Just one boob.
wait. Is he drooling? Did you say?
Yeah.
No.
Quick, grab some spit.
Fucking fiend. At one
So much
point,
weird shit.
As I said, it was probably magic, just by the way.
what was?
The thing from Fanmo.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Thanks, Drew. Yeah. I would like to go off on my own at some point, but if
Okay.
anyone else wants to do something, then yeah, go ahead. No? Okay. Well, I go off on my own.
You walk past and see
Oh,
Sol
actually-
doing flashcards with the robots.
I am
Drop
going
2
to
3D printers drawing.
Yeah.
I am just quickly going to go to Sol. Sol, could you do some sort of permanent marking on the skin that wouldn't leave? I know you can burn things. That
I
you could
can.
leave a fine mark to draw something that would be permanent.
I suppose in terms of scar, I could
What?
scar something, yes.
If I was to bend something, do you remember any of Azoth's sigils that would reference some of his energy or power
I
that
have
he would
perfect-
use more often?
perfect recollection of the ones that were on his horns that would glow when he cast spells.
Could you perhaps tattoo some of the ones that you think are more important on the back of my hands?
Would I be able to discern that from me watching him cast spells, Nathan?
With your
Okay, cool.
robot-like memory.
Yeah, cool. I'll since I'm already stenographering with my other robot friend, I'll pull out another sheet of whatever I'm drawing on, and like perfectly recreate them on paper, and hand them to John.
He does it like
that-
line by line, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a printer.
I'll just like
Like
measure
a-
them up. I'll measure them up to like the back of my hand, and just go. That would be fine. Just on both hands like that.
Let's see what I've got. Oh, actually, I have a perfect idea. I'm going to use. So, John, you want these permanently marked on the back of your hand?
Correct. Yes.
It would be more of a branding than.
I believe that if this is a problem, there are magical people that we know that could fix this if it's something that I don't want later.
Okay.
So this is fine.
And I'll pull out Luminara, and you'll see the like pointed chalice that's holding the little fire sprite kind of close over, and the top of it becomes flat, and the rune shapes just perfectly raise out of the top of it. Like, pass me your hand. I'll start to heat the end of it.
I'll put them both like on the ground in front of him.
And I'll brand different runes on both hands
Yeah,
using
hell yeah.
Luminara.
Sweet. You definitely do that. It probably takes about three burnings to do it, in which you take a total of 5 fire damage. But the
I'll
runes are
heal
now
him,
like
straight away.
yeah, cool. The runes are now like ingrained, burnt,
Okay.
and scarring on your hands.
Okay. Afterwards, I am going to use my bonus action and summon my astral arms, and then I'm going to use a feat that I got on my 12th level called Gift of the Chromatic Dragon. Just to explain what happens, as a bonus action, I can infuse a martial weapon with the following types. One of them is cold damage, and for the next minute, my weapon deals 1d4 damage of the chosen type. So when I summon my astral arms, at the tip of my astral arm is the symbol, and when I activate it, the symbol glows, and the arm coats itself with like ice scales that come up the back of the knuckles on
Hell
both
yeah.
arms.
Hell yeah, love that. That's cool. Yeah, sweet. Awesome. Anybody else? Charpok, I think you said you had something, right?
Yes. So, I would like to go off on my own somewhere, away from the new sentient robots.
Council, follow him. I don't actually say that.
She does it anyway.
She does what she wants, man.
Fair.
Nah.
Yeah, I run off by myself and I pull out Poncho's plushie and I squeeze it.
Cool. Coming out of the fold of reality, Poncho appears and he's like, "Ah, hi, boss.
Hey, Poncho. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, like maybe a couple of days."
Yeah, I can see your the business is going well. Is he wearing like new bling and everything? Look
Yeah,
like a
so
pimp with all his
you
drug
notice
dealing.
he's got a couple of rings on his flippers and
Looking like
His
T-Pain in
flippers.
2011.
Yeah. He's got like one
nice
of those
trading
those like capes with the white like mink collar.
Looking, as the youth say, fresh.
Yeah, skibbity.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Never do that again.
We're about to kill our first friendly.
Well, it's been nice knowing you, bud.
What did you want, boss? I'm kind of busy.
sorry. Well, just so you know, we may be heading to a place called the Shadowfell soon. Have you heard of it?
When you say Shadowfell, he just like shudders. Yeah,
Is that-
I've
okay.
been there. It's not very nice.
That was my curiosity. How
Have you been there?
Well, you know how like I just disappear and reappear?
Yeah, you need to teach me that one.
My
day, but
guy's
yeah.
doing it through the Shadowfell.
No, not through the. Yeah, I like it's magic. It's like it's like teleportation, but like I don't know. I've
Okay.
just been
Well,
there.
you don't know how you do it. You just
Yeah.
What was it like? And I want to know if I need to keep an eye out for anything.
It's very spooky.
Okay. What else?
It's dark. There's lots of dangerous monsters there. There's like, you know that feeling where when you're walking and you feel like somebody's watching you?
Yeah, I have that almost 24/7.
Well, it's like that.
Okay, so nothing new for me. That's fine.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to ask you about, so that's fine. Shadowfell wasn't the main thing. Do you remember someone called Fandwell?
Yeah, the little gnome guy.
Yeah, that's the one. So we came across him recently. Have you randomly been able to possibly go about undetected in any location, or are you just naturally sleuthy?
I'm not exactly what some would call dexterous. And you see
Fair.
him kind of like look to one side. I can move to a space I've been before, but otherwise, it's not like I can't be seen.
Okay, that's fine. We might be dealing with him a little bit more. I just want you to be very careful with this individual,
Okay.
but also, could you somehow get in contact with him and not say anything about us and that you know us whatsoever?
I could try, but I'm not a
Okay.
very good liar.
That's fair. You may just want to buy some things.
Okay, where's he at?
Where were we at? We were at Enix or whatever the fuck it was called. Equus.
He's at Iris X.
Okay. Let me just check. You see him pull out like his ledger and he kind of flicks through a couple of pages and he's like, yeah, I've been there before.
Oh, could you possibly make contact with him? Possibly sell him some things. Be friendly with him. He likes having people with resources. But could you tell me? Well, next time I call upon you, tell me information about him if you do get in contact with him.
I can try, but I'm kind of very busy.
That's fine. I know you're a very, very busy dude, as youth call him. But also, he could be a very good business partner. I just want to know what he's up to.
Okay, I can try.
Perfect. That's all I ask.
He kind of like nods.
Anything I can do for you?
You could probably help me lighten my load a little. And he pulls out a small little bag that he like ching 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 with like some gold coins and hands it
Hell
to
yeah,
you.
dude.
How much lighter are you?
I'm much lighter now. That's 236.
Oh, you didn't have to, but if I'm helping out a friend, that's
You see, he goes, just don't tell the others. And he kind of winks.
You're a good little dude. Don't worry. All right. Well, I'll see you next time. Anything I could do, you just come find me, right?
Okay, bye. And he just like
I'll just do a little
folds away.
little like fist
Yeah,
bump. Okay,
100%.
goodbye.
Roll me a d20
Mm-hmm.
-1.
Interesting.
That is Charpok's charisma modifier.
Oh, he's looking. No, it isn't. It's +1. Oh no, it's +0.
No, it's -1.
But I'm doing.
not Charpok, sorry. Poncho's charisma
Oh.
modifier. -1.
7.
Okay, cool.
Oh no! Fuck!
You've just killed him.
I wanted a man on the inside. I didn't know I was rolling for him.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys meet up with Haku's ship. You guys can board easily. There he is kind of like in that same office, kind of going over maps and stuff. He sees you and waves as you guys come in. So what is this about Shadowfell? You guys trying to get there? Like, what business do you have at Shadowfell? Like, I don't even have business at Shadowfell.
Have we told Haku what we're collecting?
I would know that, DM.
Oh, actually,
I believe
yes,
you have,
be-
yeah.
because his wife made us the tracking device.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. We believe there is a key there.
Ah,
Hmm.
that sucks for you, I guess.
That's a huge vote of confidence. Thank you, Haku.
So, how do you plan to get there? You can't exactly fly a ship straight onto the planet.
We've
Well,
heard that. Why not?
To put it plainly, I guess there's some sort of it looks like smoke, but like it just rips things to shreds. The minute anything enters the atmosphere, it just bye ship.
Can you inform of anyone who knows of the planet? Who has experience in this fog?
I just rolled a history check, nat 20.
Hey,
He just kind of goes, look, I don't know anybody that's ever really been there except maybe, Poncho? I've heard he's had a couple
Yes.
of dealings there. But, I mean, if I was to take a guess at what the way you would get there, it's usually like I said to you through the message, it's usually plane shifting, right? It seems the shifting of planes allows you to get past the barrier. I don't exactly understand it. Finn, my wife, would probably be able to do it for you if you need to get there.
Finn,
would she be able to teach me the ways of plane shifting so I may try to get us back?
It's very powerful magic plane shifting.
I'm willing to try it.
I mean, she could give it a go, but
What?
I learn quickly.
He does.
Almost perfectly, you could say.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, I can take you to her and we can check.
Out of curiosity, ships could travel really, really fast, obviously, as we've found out.
Yeah.
Can they do short range plane shift? Almost like a short range Misty Step of sorts?
Well, I mean, you would have to have some sort of enchantment on the ship, but yeah, you could probably do that.
2 possibilities. Alright, Finn first.
Okay. He gets up to the door and like presses his like the amulet little compass thing into the doorway, and it opens up into Haku and Finn's home. You see that lavish, like very well built kind of mansion on this pocket dimension. You see the destroyed walls from last time that you guys were here have been
Fucking
rebuilt, and there is like that. No, I don't believe it was Zill.
That was Vi, wasn't it?
Yeah. Have been
Fucking Vi.
rebuilt, and you can tell the difference between the two types of stone. But more or less, it is now back to the way it kind of was. As you kind of enter the space, he's just like, yeah, take a seat or whatever. I'll be right back. I just got to go see if she's available. And then he kind of just walks off. And you guys are in this small little waiting area in this pocket dimension. Anything you
Oh,
guys want to do while you wait?
Sol, just quickly, do you still have any contact with Azoth by chance?
I mean, I could try to contact him, but I'm not sure how I would do that.
I only asking, assuming Charpok, you don't want the spine enhancement back.
I mean,
Um,
not really.
I told Azoth I would give him the equipment until the day that I return to my power. Perhaps I will just hold on to them for the time being.
I'm gonna quickly mentally ask my
Only by
my
love letters.
fire boy to reach out to him, see if he can
He
send
said
some
only
kind
by
of
love
message.
letters.
Yeah, I'll write him a love letter.
Which fire boy?
Helios, my
Ah,
god. Yeah,
okay. Cool. Roll me a D100.
I have one of those.
Is this a moment
Oh my god.
Sam and I
hate
just
this.
I did
Yeah.
it quietly.
me and Sam just start Snapchat calling him. It's like, come on.
Come on.
Yeah, and I just hold him up to the screen.
Yeah.
He
97.
never answers us.
97.
Oh
Cool.
shit!
Nothing happens.
Oh,
God damn. Well,
Until-
I tried, John.
Much appreciated. If anyone wants a free spine of shock, they're welcome.
After a few minutes, you see a small child run around the corner, probably about 7-ish. This is the child that you guys know as Enzo. He kind of just like runs around you, kind of like looking at all of yous, poking, prodding, like asking you benign questions like, why do you look like that? What's your problem? Why green?
so much.
Why are you made of metal? How do you breathe? Do you eat things? And then like just random questions. Few moments later, Finn walks around with that newly born child in her hands. Haku kind of arm around her shoulder. They both join you in this open kind of space. And she kind of goes, Haku, you didn't even get them seats? And she shakes her head, and then she like summons seats out of nowhere for you guys to sit down. There's like a couple of couches. There's a little what do you call it? Entertainment unit kind of thing. What do you call them? The ones that are in the middle of the room.
Coffee table.
Thank you. With like a selection of like cakes and like baked goods, a freshly made pot of tea, and she just kind of goes, "Please, sit."
Zilla's
Sit.
just Bethesda glitched on the chair that she spawned.
Yeah. And then you just,
Oh, he'll be back.
yeah, he'll be back. Please sit down. Haku said that you might need help getting to Shadowfell, correct?
And out,
And out.
respectively.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm more than capable of getting you in. Getting out might be a bit tricky, but yeah. Why Shadowfell? And then Haku just kind of goes, it's one of the keys, and then like kind of fills her in, and she's like, yeah, that really sucks. Okay. Well, are you looking at going now, or?
Well, I wouldn't mind a rest before leaving. A long rest before leaving. But,
Well, by all means, please. I can make a room here for you, if you'd like.
Yeah, our last host wasn't exactly very welcoming.
She just kind of like nods, not trying to pry.
Damn it.
Well, I can have a room made up for you, comfortable. Do you guys want separate rooms? Do you guys want one big room?
Just one big room.
One
is
big
fine.
room? Okay, cool.
You don't want privacy?
Look at this guy. He's
Glitching in the
glitching in
chair.
the chair. Maybe I should show him the other one here.
Fair enough.
Okay, well, are you ready for a rest now, or do you want to? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Well,
I would to try and learn the plane shifting that you may know.
Okay, I can do my best and see if I can teach it. It might be a bit hard, but I
No
may
harm
have.
in trying.
We can definitely try. Yep. If anybody wants to do anything, please tell me. Otherwise, we'll say that everybody gets a long rest.
I'll just quickly ask him, how'd you learn all this stuff?
It's with me. It wasn't necessarily a learning thing. I was kind of born with inept. I was born with
I
abilities.
was born inept.
I was born inept. No, I was born adept to certain arcane things, and I guess through harnessing it and working on it. When I was young, you see, things would just get out of control, especially if I was like emotional of some stage. And then Haku kind of chimes in and goes, yeah, she turned me into a sheep when she was 16. Just kind of like stroking, and she kind of like stares daggers a little bit at him and goes, things are a bit wild with my magic sometimes, but I've learnt to kind of contain certain bits here and there.
So you could turn him into a sheep at will now.
Yes, I could turn any of you into a sheep if any of you'd like to be a sheep.
Charpok thinks for a second, is like, could I eat myself?
But yes,
Yeah,
that particular instance was I was not having a very good day, and my teacher at the time, let's just say my emotions got the best of me, and I kind of lashed out, and Haku unfortunately took the brunt of it. There's been
Fair enough.
plenty of times when I've even cast fireball, exploding into a room of random people, and that is not a fun time.
Yeah, we know someone who does that, but like on purpose.
She just kind
do
of
we?
nods. Yeah, do we? The only times he's ever cast it is when you guys were in control.
It was more talking about Zil.
Yeah.
That last session that we played, he fireballed us, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Haku.
Yeah.
As a man of trade, have you come into contact with any gemstones that emanate energy or power?
I mean, there's the power cord cells that you guys have been collecting.
Do we have any of those?
I'm pretty sure we have one.
You're pretty sure you have it.
Yeah.
Someone did.
I think I had it.
Just because if you do, I would trade or whatever for even information on them would be.
Well, I'll keep my eye out. I mean, I'm in quite a few circles, so if I
Please,
hear of
I will-
anything, I can let you know.
I will pay for information. I will pay for the retrieval. Even I have some items that you may be interested in.
Right.
in the
Well,
first
my
place.
going rate for information is usually about 100 gold pieces a day, so factored that in, and he kind of like starts going through calculations, and Finn just kind of like nudges him, and like you see that like married like I'ma kill you kind of look if you continue talking.
Seen that.
Yeah.
There is no pressure. There is no pressure.
Exactly.
It is simply if on your travels you hear something, you will get money just for the notice.
He just kind of goes, don't worry about the money, it's fine. I'll keep my ear out.
I insist, but thank you.
Anything else you guys want to discuss?
No.
No? Cool.
Give me all the spells.
Okay. Roll me a D100. Everybody, you can also
Again?
mark off a long rest. Yes. Did I already ask you to do that for this?
No, but this is the third time today. It's been a great day. 65.
Okay, cool.
All been pretty good so far.
That's assuming that you have to roll high.
No, I'm guessing with the fucking Azoth message, I needed to roll like a 5 or lower.
Yeah, pretty
Kind
much.
of the wrong end of the scale.
Yeah, cool. So she tries her best to kind of teach you how to do it. It's not really gripping. So she gives you an item that has a single cast of it, but it's a weaker version of plane shift. And we roll a D100 when we do it, and we'll see how that goes.
Sounds good to me.
I love it.
Yeah.
Can Zil assist because it's also magical of some nature?
He can. If anybody wants to roll a D100 for me.
Yep.
It was almost a 76, but a 36.
Cool. Yeah, doesn't overly that help. The magic is just kind of beyond yours to a certain degree.
I mean,
and yeah, so she kind of comes to you, Sol, with like this little what looks to be like a musical tuning fork, and she's like, "Look, I know you tried your best, but maybe use this when you guys want to leave. It's not going to 100% work, so I'm sorry if it puts you in hot water, but it's, I guess, going to be the best way out." And she hands it to you.
That's okay. I do have one more question, as I believe you may be the person that would have this kind of thing. Do you happen to have any literature on mortality or conscience or self-awareness, anything in that vein?
Possibly. Are you looking for physical literature, like books and stuff?
Yes, I suppose so. I mean, doesn't necessarily have to be. I can communicate to them.
Okay.
Via
She kind of
means.
like clicks her fingers, and like a couple of books come from a room beyond your view, and land into her hand, and she just passes it to you. And one is a dictionary. And then the other one is like it's
consciousness
like
for dummies.
well, it's like it's almost like a language book. Like it's not exactly child level, but it's like if you were teaching somebody that doesn't know English how to speak English. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the fundamentals, and then going from there.
Thank you. Do you need these? I mean, I can store them in
It's
my brain.
okay. I've got plenty of other books to read.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
And she just hands it to you.
One more question. You have children. How do you teach them how to be something?
Trial and error? And you kind of see that like kind of questioning look on her face, as if to say like, I don't know how to explain this question. I guess
yes,
it's just a feeling thing.
That is something I lack a lot of, unfortunately.
I'm sure you'll be a great father.
No, not father. Yeah, I mean, you see me how I am. I now have 2 brothers that are becoming like me. They are now more than machine. I'm wanting to teach them to be, I guess, somewhat like me, not made for harm necessarily.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure you'll do great.
We will see, I suppose.
The rest of the group gather around, and she's like, "All right, everybody ready?"
Yeah. Is there anything that we should bring to the Shadowfell? Actually,
Your wits.
don't have much.
Oh, we don't have those.
No.
Well, you're gonna need them, so I would try and find, dig to the bottom of the barrel and find as much of them as you can.
I mean, if we need a quick way out, we have a fork, and then we do have a new friend, Fandwell, but that's not great. But anyway,
Friend
yeah.
is fetch.
All right.
Yeah.
Link hands if you can. This might be interesting. And she waits for you all to link hands.
Make
she-
sure I'm not on the side of the circle where Charpok is, because his extra hands weird me out.
Too bad. I hold everyone's head with my 4 hands.
I was just gonna say,
Sharpok's in
I
the
looked at
center.
Sharp. Yeah, just like spreading up like that.
She then begins like incantations and whatnot. And you guys kind of feel like this almost immense like black hole, like darkness energy emanate from the center of you guys. It kind of pulls you in towards it. As it pulls you in, you find your feet slipping on the stone floor and almost like lifting you into the air, into this like black hole that begins to float up into the center of the room. As you reach the center of that immense black hole that she created during this spell, you all feel the air rush out of your body. As you come back to your senses, you find yourselves in complete darkness.
Dark vision.
It takes a few seconds for your eyes to
Yikes.
adjust to your new surroundings. You have seemingly landed on what you would think is Shadowfell.
It's upside down.
A wave of oppressive air hits you, thick with the scent of ash and decay. The ground beneath your feet is cracked black stone, jagged and uneven, as though the land itself has been torn apart. Sparse patches of dead trees, their bark blackened and twisted, dot the landscape. They give off a faint, wispy shadow, almost as if the darkness clings to them like smoke. The sky above is a shroud of black, churning with storm clouds that flicker with red lightning, casting eerie, blood-tinted flashes across the desolate plains. This world feels wrong, lifeless, yet something stirs in the distance, waiting for you to venture into its embrace. As you take in your surroundings, you see 4 distant landmarks that draw your attention. To the north, you see a towering fortress, its black stone walls jagged and spiraling upward like the ribs of some ancient beast. Its silhouette is illuminated by sporadic flashes of red lightning, and its high towers seem to pierce the storm-laden sky. A sense of dread emanates from that place, as though countless souls have been trapped within its walls for centuries. To the east, you see a ruined cathedral, once grand and imposing, but now crumbled and decayed. The remaining stained glass windows flicker with an unnatural glow, depicting scenes of torment and worship to forgotten gods. You see, you can just make out dark figures that occasionally flitter between the ruins. Half glimpsed through the swirling mists that surround it. To the south, you see a graveyard that stretches out before you, vast and ancient, with rows of gravestones and mausoleums. Some of the crypts are open, revealing shadowy passages that descend into the earth. A faint, ghostly mist swirls between the gravestones, and the air is filled with the distant echo of mournful wails carried on the wind. To the west, rising from the barren land, is a towering obelisk made of obsidian. etched with glowing crimson runes that pulse with a heartbeat-like rhythm. Around its base, a ring of skeletal figures stand frozen, as though guarding the monolith. The energy around the place feels dark and forbidden, calling to those who seek the deepest of secrets. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Seems like a fun place.
Yeah. Very fun place.
Just a good time.
Fun for me.
Ah, shit! I didn't bring rations.
John?
Just a thing before we run off. That obelisk, is it similar to the obelisk we saw on
A different
that
place.
planet that is covered in ice that we got Sharplock from?
We've
This
seen
is
an
like
obelisk before.
this is like session 2 or 3, where we left that place by doing a series of tasks. It was like a cantrip, a spell, and I punched
No.
it, and it unlocked a portal.
No. So I can give you visuals if you'd like.
Sure.
Fortress.
God damn.
It's pointy.
Yikes.
Graveyard.
Gives me like berserk vibes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tombstones at a
The
graveyard? No
cathedral?
way.
Wait.
Wait for it.
That looks like Soul's place.
Looks like it's out of Doom.
Yeah.
And then the obelisk.
Obelisk.
That's cool.
That's
It's good. It's
spooky.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But that is where we're going to end tonight's session. So anybody still in the
So-
chat, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to YouTube for being here. Very much appreciated.
We're basically just in Strahd now, aren't we?
Pretty much.
I'll just say-
Yeah, continue.
Don't know if I prefer this or Barovia.
You'll
Barovia
prefer
is
Barovia,
shit.
trust me.
It's all bad.
Yeah, we will get into this in 2 weeks' time when we continue with session 63. Thank you to our 2 sponsors again, Stabby Joe & Co. and W.GG. Yeah. Spooky. Maybe we'll see somebody from campaign 2 here.
Oh
Maybe.
no.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next Tuesday for Strahd. Bye-bye.
Bye.